The comfort zone is a familiar place, a mental and emotional space where routines are predictable, risks are minimal, and outcomes are known. It is the warm embrace of the familiar, where daily life unfolds with ease, like a well-worn path through a forest. In this space, people feel safe, secure, and in control. The comfort zone is not inherently negative. It provides stability, a foundation from which to navigate the complexities of life. It is the quiet morning coffee ritual, the predictable workplace banter, or the cozy evenings spent with familiar hobbies. Yet, this very sense of safety can become a gilded cage. While it shields from uncertainty, it also limits exploration, stifles creativity, and hinders the pursuit of dreams. The comfort zone, though soothing, often lulls individuals into a state of complacency, where growth stagnates and potential remains untapped. To remain here indefinitely is to choose a life of predictability over one of possibility. The human mind craves familiarity because it reduces anxiety and conserves energy. Evolutionarily, this preference served a purpose. Sticking to known environments meant survival. But in the modern world, where survival is less about avoiding predators and more about thriving in dynamic societies, clinging to the familiar can hold one back. The allure of the comfort zone lies in its promise of ease, but ease rarely fosters transformation. Growth, by its very nature, requires stretching beyond what is known, embracing the awkwardness of the unfamiliar, and risking failure to uncover new strengths. The comfort zone may feel like home, but it is often a starting point, not a destination. Discomfort is the friction that sparks growth. It arises when stepping into uncharted territory, whether learning a new skill, confronting a fear, or navigating an unfamiliar social setting. This unease is not a sign of failure, but a signal that the mind and body are adapting to new challenges. Discomfort is the stretching of muscles, both literal and metaphorical, that builds strength over time. When someone steps onto a stage for the first time to deliver a speech, their racing heart and sweaty palms are not signs of weakness, but evidence of growth and progress. These physical and emotional responses indicate the brain is rewiring, forming new neural pathways to handle the unfamiliar. Growth is not a gentle process. It demands effort, persistence, and often a willingness to endure temporary unease. Think of a caterpillar transforming into a butterfly. It must first endure the confinement of a chrysalis, a space of discomfort and restriction, before emerging transformed. Similarly, personal growth requires embracing moments of uncertainty. This might mean taking on a challenging project at work, moving to a new city, or even engaging in difficult conversations. Each act of stepping into discomfort builds resilience, expands capabilities, and reveals hidden potential. The discomfort itself is not the goal, but the pathway to becoming a more capable, confident version of oneself. One of the greatest barriers to stepping out of the comfort zone is the fear of failure. The mind conjures images of embarrassment, rejection, or loss, painting failure as a catastrophe rather than a teacher. Yet, failure is an integral part of growth. It is through missteps that lessons are learned, skills are honed, and resilience is built. Consider a child learning to walk. Each stumble is not a defeat, but a step toward mastery. Similarly, adults who fear failure often avoid risks, choosing the safety of the known over the uncertainty of growth. Overcoming this fear requires a shift in perspective. Failure is not the opposite of success, but a component of it. Every successful individual, from inventors to artists, has faced setbacks. Thomas Edison's thousands of unsuccessful attempts to create a light bulb were not failures, but steps toward a breakthrough. Reframing failure as feedback allows individuals to approach challenges with curiosity rather than dread. By embracing the possibility of falling short, one opens the door to experimentation, creativity, and unexpected discoveries. Stepping out of the comfort zone means accepting that failure is not the end, but a necessary part of the journey toward growth. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, and it is forged in the crucible of discomfort. When individuals push beyond their comfort zones, they encounter challenges that test their emotional and mental fortitude. These moments, whether a grueling work deadline, a public speaking engagement, or a personal loss, build the capacity to adapt and thrive under pressure. Resilience is not an innate trait, but a skill developed through repeated exposure to difficulty. Each time someone faces discomfort and emerges stronger, they add another layer to their ability to handle life's unpredictability. Consider the experience of training for a marathon. The early runs are exhausting, the body aches, and the mind questions the decision to start. But with each training session, the runner grows stronger, not just physically, but mentally. They learn to push through pain, to silence self-doubt, and to trust in their ability to persevere. This resilience spills over into other areas of life, equipping them to handle stress, setbacks, and uncertainty with greater ease. Stepping out of the comfort zone is like lifting weights for the soul. Each challenge strengthens the capacity to face the next, creating a cycle of growth and adaptability. Stepping out of the comfort zone opens the door to new experiences that broaden perspectives and enrich lives. Trying something new, whether traveling to an unfamiliar country, learning a musical instrument, or engaging with people from different backgrounds, expands one's understanding of the world and oneself. These experiences challenge assumptions, spark creativity, and foster empathy. For instance, immersing oneself in a foreign culture may initially feel disorienting, with unfamiliar customs and languages creating a sense of unease. Yet, this discomfort often leads to profound insights, a deeper appreciation for diversity, and a renewed sense of curiosity. New experiences also stimulate the brain, keeping it agile and open to learning. Neuroscientists have found that novel activities promote cognitive flexibility, enhancing problem-solving skills and creativity. When someone steps into the unknown, they are not just collecting experiences, but building a richer, more adaptable mind. These moments of discomfort, though fleeting, create lasting memories and skills that shape a more dynamic and fulfilling life. By embracing the unfamiliar, individuals unlock a world of possibilities that remain hidden within the confines of the comfort zone. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness, but it is a powerful catalyst for growth. Stepping out of the comfort zone frequently requires exposing oneself to judgment, uncertainty, or emotional risk. Asking for help, admitting a mistake, or sharing a deeply personal story all involve vulnerability. These acts, though uncomfortable, foster authentic connections and personal development. Vulnerability allows individuals to confront their insecurities, build trust with others, and discover their own strength. For example, Consider someone who joins a public speaking group, despite a fear of being judged. Each speech, though nerve-wracking, is an act of vulnerability that builds confidence and communication skills. Over time, the fear of judgment diminishes, replaced by a sense of empowerment. Vulnerability also deepens relationships. Sharing struggles or dreams with others invites mutual understanding and support, creating bonds that withstand challenges. By embracing vulnerability, individuals not only grow personally, but also cultivate meaningful connections that enrich their lives. The discomfort of being open is a small price to pay for the profound growth it enables. The rewards of stepping out of the comfort zone are not always immediate, but their impact is lasting. Each experience of discomfort builds a foundation for future success, equipping individuals with skills, confidence, and adaptability. Over time, what once felt daunting becomes familiar, and the comfort zone expands. A person who once feared public speaking may find themselves leading presentations with ease. Someone who hesitated to take on leadership roles may grow into a confident decision-maker. These transformations are the cumulative result of small, courageous steps into the unknown. Moreover, embracing discomfort fosters a growth mindset, a belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset encourages lifelong learning and resilience, enabling individuals to navigate an ever-changing world. In a society that values innovation and adaptability, the ability to step out of the comfort zone is a competitive advantage. It empowers individuals to seize opportunities, overcome obstacles, and live with purpose. The discomfort of today becomes the strength of tomorrow, shaping a life of continuous growth and fulfillment. Embracing discomfort is not about seeking pain, but about recognizing its role in personal transformation. Stepping out of the comfort zone requires courage, a willingness to face uncertainty, and an openness to failure. Yet, it is through these moments of unease that individuals discover their potential, build resilience, and expand their horizons. The journey is not always easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. Each step into the unknown strengthens the mind, enriches relationships, and opens doors to new possibilities. By choosing discomfort over complacency, individuals unlock a life of growth, purpose, and fulfillment. The path to becoming one's best self is paved with challenges, but it is a path worth walking. Embracing discomfort is not just a choice, it is the key to a life of continuous evolution and meaningful change.